this is Brian Van from Sport Bike Track Gear, sportbiketrackgear.com. Today we're going to do a video review on the all-new Alpinestars Supertech R Boots for 2008. It's a great boot, it's much anticipated, but we're going to begin this video review with its predecessor. This is a pair that I've had for a few seasons here, and they've served me well. Left boot here, you know, just kind of a little bit of the usual wear. It's maybe fallen down a couple of times there. Good wear on the sole. I wore these boots quite a bit. Very impressed with how this sole wore. Got a little indentation worn in there, but really at the end of the day, it's not that bad. I put a lot of time on these boots. Now I'm going to show you the one that's, this one's definitely served me pretty well. It seems like I like to fall down mostly in right turns, I guess, based on the wear on this boot. You'll see here the outer shell. You know, it's kind of worn through a bit there, The toe slider got knocked off somewhere in the middle of its life cycle. Got a little scuffed up there, a little scuffage here. This is up here. I had these boots for quite some time, mixed in with a bunch of other boots that I was wearing, but I did the majority of my falling down probably during that period in this particular pair of boots. And what I will say is I think these, at that point in time, might have been the most protective, well-performing thing out there. What they were horrible at is they were very narrow in the toe box. This is a size 46 Euro. I wear that size in almost every pair of boots out there, okay? It was the right size in terms of length. My feet are average width, maybe just a little bit over average, okay? These bad boys would kill when I would walk around in the pits. But on the motorcycle, they felt great. They felt like a direct extension of my foot, performed fantastically. Let's fast forward now to 2008, and here is the brand new Supertech R. Comes in a couple of different, you know, variations and different colors. You know, we've got this one here, which is, you know, the GP track model. These are little copies of all the GP tracks out there. Kind of cool, looks neat. A lot of folks think it's camouflage. It's not. It's actually all the different tracks, you know, done in gray here. This model is also perforated. It enhances the airflow. You know, with the boot, that's not a bad thing if you're in a super hot climate. If you're in a cooler climate, you're going to do a lot of early season or late season racing. You might not want that. At the end of the day, the difference between a vented boot and a non-vented boot is not humongous, okay? You notice the benefits a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily freeze your feet if you're riding around in it and it's cooler. Let's show you this thing from the inside out. Here is the new inner bootie. Completely redesigned for this model. Still a lot of the same concepts. You know, here it allows for, it's still protecting the metatarsals, allows for, you know, free range of movement, not a problem. The ankle, full range of movement, not a problem. Excellent heel cup here. Some protection for the Achilles, back of the Achilles. It's got a quick lace system here. Good padding in the tongue area. Good padding inside. Comfortable as can be. These boots were seriously comfortable. I've got a pair myself. This is not my pair. I've got just a standard black pair I've ridden in for 2 weekends so far this season. The first thing I noticed when I got my demo pair was they run one size smaller than marked. Okay, I've got a set of 45 Euros. They call their 45 Euro a 10.5. The shoes I have on right now, these are an 11.5 DC. DC is actually a little wider than a lot of the shoes out there. These things fit me perfect. These boots in a 45 literally felt like they made them for me. There was some added width. I really liked that. They felt great right out of the box. There was absolutely zero break-in. In terms of the sizing, too, another one of our guys here, Nick. Nick got himself a demo pair for this year as well. Nick normally wears a 44 Euro boot and almost everything else, and he's had a bunch of different stuff himself. He is riding in a pair of 43s of these this year, and if he were doing this review, it would probably sound just like mine. He's absolutely in love with the boots himself. You know, we don't want this to sound like we love everything that we review and that we love everything that we sell, but the truth with boots right now is there are so many good ones out there. It's hard not to kind of like them all. I hate to admit that. Now, show you the outer shell. Same style, toe slider, easily removable, easily replaceable. What we have picked up that's a little bit different here, Josh, if you want to zoom in just a tickle, We've got an accordion stretch panel here in the leather, okay, that works with the zipper. We have here, we've got like a little spandex stretch panel here. So underneath the PU protector, so it's not a big deal. It's not a vulnerable spot. This makes the boot more comfortable. It makes it adjust easier for people with different size calves. Like I said previously, absolutely silly comfortable. See some vents at the back. This is to allow hot air out. Got some vents here at the front of the boot, here as well. Perforation on this model, all up here in the top of the footbed. Remember, air in, air out makes for very effective cooling. Now, let's talk about putting these boots on. Once again, I'm kicking off a size at 11.5. DC fits me perfect. These are a 45 euro. Alpinestars is calling this a 10.5 US. I would tend to disagree with that. I would say these are more like an 11.5 based on my findings. And you know, understand I've worn just about everything out there. Now what I like to do when I put these on, I like the inner booty inside of the boot, okay? This was actually a technique I got from Nick. I was trying to put it on with, you know, the inner booty on my boot, on my foot first, cinch it all up and then stick it inside of the boot. It was really difficult that way, and then Nick's watching me do it, and he's like, why are you doing that, man? Just put the inner booty inside the boot. I'm telling you, it's the way to go. He got his boots before I had mine. Inner booty inside the boot. Foot slides right in. Man, is that thing plush. Reach in, kind of keep the tongue in place, pull it up a little bit. Just give it a quick cinch like that. It's got a nice, good quality speed lace system. It's got a piece of Velcro right here on the inner booty. Put that there, tuck that down, zip it up. This offers a humongous range of adjustment. Now, I'm gonna go back to my man Piccolo again. Nick's got some really big calves. He has to be careful when he chooses boots that they're going to accommodate his calf, especially when he's got a suit on as well. These had plenty of adjustment for him to work with. So if you do have larger calves and you have trouble getting boots, we feel this is probably still going to be a good option for you. It worked out really well for Nick. My calves are, I would say, just more average size, if you will. You know, nothing extraordinary there. Plenty of adjustment. I can cinch these up nice and tight. It's got an easy release. Now, back to the boot. Anyone who's watched my video reviews before knows that what I like to see in a boot is I like the external portion of the boot to be sleek. I don't like a whole bunch of mechanical hinges and such on the outside of the boot. I feel that they can interact in a negative way with the motorcycle. You know, especially if they're on the inside, they can get caught on the heel guards. You're trying to switch position on the bike, it gets caught in the heel guard, your foot's stuck. That's the last distraction that you want when you're out there and you're really pushing your limits, okay? You don't need your foot getting stuck. So I prefer boots that are like this, that literally have nothing on the outside, very sleek. The 2 weekends of riding I've done in these so far, I got to tell you, these are my favorite right now. You know, somebody else will come out with a better boot next week. If they do, I'll come out here and I'll be happy to tell you that. But in terms of right now for 2008, if this is the kind of focused protective boot that you're looking for and you're comfortable with the price range, I'm going to give 2 thumbs up to the Alpinestars Supertech R. This is also so comfortable that if you're a street rider that really seeks the ultimate in protection, you're not going to be disappointed with these boots. They feel that good when they're on your feet. They've got adequate width for us Americans. You know, I feel the old, you know, like the Sherman tank boots I've got over here. These I would never have wanted to walk around in anywhere at any given time. They were horribly painful in the paddock. I couldn't even imagine going on a ride and then having to walk anywhere with these things on. Conversely, these, I feel like I could put these on my feet, ride to the mall, go around the mall, go shopping, and come back home. It wouldn't bother me one bit. That's a big difference, massive improvement. Thumbs up all the way. Alpinestars Supertech R Boots.